Many of you have seen me set up monthly planners and you've been curious about how does she actually use them? Well, today I want to do a flip through of my October planner and let you take a look at the sometimes great and the sometimes messy pages as I go about using them throughout the month. So if that sounds interesting to you, please stay with me. Hi everyone, I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today I want to do an October flip through. October for me has been a very busy month. So some pages look great and some pages have what they need on them for me to function. But I wanted to share with you kind of the real world look at after the pen or after the keyboard or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter to me, but it's the end of October and I just want to show you how my planner looked and worked for me in the month of October. All right, well, as I mentioned in last week's video, we have now reached 5,000 subscribers. I'm very excited about that. And thank you to everyone who has hit the subscribe button, which leads me to say, if you have not hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do so down below and hit that notifications bell if you would like the video if you like or learn or get inspired by anything in this video. It really does help out my channel, and as a retired teacher, I can use all the help I can get. All right? Okay, without further ado, let's get into this video. I'm excited to show you my spooky October. All right, now before we get started, I want to tell you that all of the stickers that you're going to see today are from DCP Digitals. I will link them down below if you would like to check out their Etsy shop. She does some great, cute stickers, and I just really love them. And let's see, my background that you see, my notebook background, I kind of like that just to frame out the pages and make them look a little more finished. If you'd like to know how to create that background, there's a video for that. I will link it up above. I created this background in PowerPoint and then brought it into OneNote to use, okay? I also like to create my notebooks so that they are very functional. If there is a table, I want to be able to type in it. If there is a checkbox, I want to be able to check it off. So I use a lot of tables. I use a lot of customized tags, as you see here on this first page. And let me talk about those for just a second, okay? So what you see over here on all of these lists of things to do are these little check boxes, and as I hover over them, you can see that they're different. So there's one for action items, at the computer, garden tasks, things for my church that I have to do, budget tasks, who I want to call, text, email, things I want to research, things I want to talk to my husband about, things I want to talk to my daughter about. And I created all of these tags, okay? So let's look up here at my complete tags list. You see I have all of those tags that I just mentioned and many more: craft items, things to research, waiting on. I'm a very GTD, or getting things done, person, so I also have my waiting on list and my someday maybe list that David Allen encourages us to keep. I also have a list for things that are deferred that I may not get a chance to work on right away, but I don't want to lose them out of my trusted source or my memory. So I will just change the tag to deferred. Then we get into some of the other tags that comes with OneNote. Important meeting notes, calls. I use some of these as well: movies to see, books to read, things to listen to. I will put those in there, but really I love the check boxes. So you'll see in some cases I've chosen a green checkbox with various stars or arrows or houses or flags or whatever it might be. And then I have blue ones and yellow ones, and that's all part of the customizing situation. So if you go down here to the very bottom of the list where it says customize your tags, you will see a box come up that looks like this and shows you all the tags that you have, and you can simply choose one, and then modify that tag. Okay, so let's say this one here, schedule a meeting. If I want to modify that tag, again, I get another little dialog box that says, what do you want it to say? Maybe instead of schedule meeting, maybe I want it to say, oh, I don't know, PTA item. Okay, maybe I'm part of the PTA volunteer at school, and I need to have a new category for those. Then I can choose my symbol here. So you see all the different check boxes, the blue, yellow, green for all the different ones. So I could have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3, 27. I could have 27 different customized tags with these check boxes. Then you see all these other symbols that I could use as well. So if I want to pick a different checkbox, I could do that. Let's say I want to pick that checkbox. I can also change my font color. Maybe I want to make it purple, and maybe I even want to highlight it in yellow because this is new to me and I really want it to stand out. Okay, so that would kind of be what my tag would look like as I was using it. Okay, and it says customizations do not affect notes that you have already tagged. So if I have things tagged with the old one, it's not going to change those. It simply will be from here on out. Okay. Then I can say OK, and it will get added to my list of things here on my tag menu. Okay. Today I'm going to say cancel because I want to keep schedule a meeting. All right, now you can see here that there are some other things that I have created for students. So one thing was a definition. You know, if a student was taking notes in OneNote, they might want to use this tag as a definition, so that would really jump out at them. And also this remember for later was also something that we used a lot when my daughter was in school. Okay? All right, so these are all of my customized tags, and yes, I use them a lot. Okay, now you can move them around, and so for example, you see up here I have study more as control 1. Study more was one of those student ones that we used. I am now going to move that down by clicking on it, and then I'm going to click this down arrow, and it is going to move it, and I'm going to put it down here with the rest of these kind of study things. Okay, so now it's going to go below definition. All right. And there you go. So when I bring up the list again and show you, holiday item is now at the top and study more is down here at the bottom. Okay. And they also have shortcut keys with them if you would like. So if you have your most important one, for me right now, it's holiday tasks because the holidays are coming up. That's control 1, and if I'm writing something and I just want to give a quick control 1 and put that tag on there for holidays, I can do that, okay? So those little shortcuts are kind of nice, all right? All right, but what I have here on my October inbox is my standard list of customized tags, and then you see where I've gone back during the month and I've added other things. Some of them are checked off because I finished them. Some of them are not checked off because I have not done them yet, but I still have a couple more days in October, so no worries there for me, okay? And then over here, one day I sat down and did a brain dump, and I've just been adding to that all month long. So items here that need to be done. Okay. Then you see I have a couple of links up here for things that I found that I liked. My inbox is a place where I dump things that I don't want to lose. So I saw this cute little tutorial on making these little tiny cloth witches hats, and I thought, you know, I have some scraps of Halloween fabric. Those would be absolutely adorable to make as little pencil toppers or to put on lollipops or, you know, whatever. I just think they're really cute and I didn't want to lose it, so I dropped it here. This is another event that was happening and I didn't want to lose that information. So again, I just dropped it on my inbox page. Okay. Now, as I was doing this brain dump, I also started thinking about events that are coming up in November, and I started making a list of those so that I could kind of get my mind into what was happening for that. Think about things that I might need for those activities, okay? And then look at these cute little decorations down here. These are those stickers from DCP Digitals that I was talking about. Sassy Cat is that black cat that Jennifer puts in a lot of her things, and I just think he's adorable there. He's reading a book by candlelight while the bats are flying around during the full moon. I just think it's cute and fun. Okay. All right, so there's my inbox. I use that a lot. Now let's move on to our dashboard. And you see here on my monthly dashboard, you guys that have been with me for a while have seen this before. I keep a running calendar here kind of in this column format as opposed to a monthly block format. This happens to work a little bit better for me, and I have as much space as I need to add various tasks or ideas that come up, okay? Then I have here some things that I need to get done for this particular month. Usually this is a place where I will put those home maintenance things that need to occur. And a little place down here to put what's happening in the world. You know, we forget what's happening in the world, and I just like to put 1 or 2 lines about what the major headlines are. And in this case, at the end of October of 2024, well, that election's coming up, and I'm just encouraging everybody to get out there and vote. And we also have the World Series, which is happening right now. The Yankees are playing the Dodgers, so I wanted to record that. And we are still involved in those wars in Ukraine and the Middle East. And we want to continue to pray for those people and to pray for peace so that those wars can come to an end. Okay? Next is my little currently section where I have all of the things that I'm reading, writing, all that kind of stuff. And I have actually something to add. I just finished this book called Halloween Murder, and it's by Lauren Berenson. I'm not saying her name right. I apologize. But I will leave this linked in the description box below. First of all, I picked it out because you know how they say you can't choose a book by the cover? Well, the cover is what got me on this one. I thought it was really cute. And I also like the size of the book. It's not a standard hardback. It's little, and I thought that was cute. And it only has about 200 pages, so I figured I could read it pretty quickly. But there's a whole list of all of the books that she has written in this series. And of course, I'm starting with the last one. That always happens to me, but now I know for other books to look for at the library for the rest in the series, okay? But with that said, I'm going to go up here and add that to reading Halloween Murder. So let's do that. I will also need to, now that I am finished with this book, jump over to my book journal and add it to my book journal. So let's get the author's name in here. Laurien Berenson. And what this book was about is there is a character in here. Her name is Melanie Travis, and she is a teacher at a private school, and she helps students who are struggling. And so I connected with that since I was a special education teacher for years. She also has a standard poodle that helps her with these crimes that she gets wrapped up in solving. And so I thought that was interesting. I like the school aspect. I like the murder. I like the pets. I like all that. You know, it's kind of a cozy little mystery. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So I have found a new author that I like. I think that's great. Okay. All right, next to that, I have October in the garden, and you can see October is a busy month in the garden. I have all of these tasks, many of which I have done. Some I have not done, like drain the irrigation hoses and put them away. Some days here it's still 80 degrees and I'm still needing to water. We really haven't had a hard freeze yet. So I'm just kind of waiting and watching the weather to do some of these tasks last minute, okay? All right, so that's kind of how my dashboard looks at the end of the month. A little fuller than when you see it in the beginning of a setup, okay? Next is my health and habits page, and you will see that most of that information has been blurred out because it is personal information, but I'll show you what the page looks like. So here in my health and habits tracker, I track my weight, I track my blood sugar, I track how many steps I've taken, how, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, I have down here at the bottom my goals, the Great 8, as I call them. The Great 8 is I try to take 8,000 steps a day. I try to eat 8 fruits and vegetables a day. I try to get 8 hours of sleep, drink 8 glasses of water. And, you know, I'd love to lose 8 pounds, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, I just think, it's nice to be able to track these things. And I've talked about this before. It is really helpful for my doctor to see, how my blood sugar and my weight and, all that kind of stuff is moving. All right. Okay. Next is my personal meal planner, and this is a recurring page. This one happens to be set up for this week. And what I do is I go through items that I need to use. As I clean out the refrigerator on Sunday, I look and I go, oh, we've got grilled chicken left. We've got some salad stuff left. We've got apple cider, fresh apple cider that we need to use. And so with those things in mind, I can then plan dinners for the night. I keep a list of frequently liked dinners that our family likes, things that are easier to cook, things that might need a little bit longer to cook and that kind of thing. And then down below here, I have a shopping list. So the way that this works is as I need something, I will simply take my highlighter and I will go to my draw tool, grab a highlighter, and I will come down here and let's say I need pork chops. I will highlight them. And then when I get to the store and I find the pork chops and put them in my cart, I take out my eraser and I erase the highlighting. It's a perpetual shopping list and it works pretty well. I've been using it for a number of years and I think it works great. Okay. If you'd like to see more about this, there's a video for that. Actually, probably every page that you see, there's a video for that. I just feel silly and redundant in saying that all the time. But if you search on my channel, you will find videos for all of these pages. Okay? All right. Now we move on to our goals page for the month of October. And, I have it broken down by what my goals are here and then what I need to do on a weekly basis to be able to meet those goals. Okay. And then I carry that into the weeks. So here in week 1, you can see for week 1 of October, I listed the things that I needed to get done here under my weekly to-dos. And I also have my major projects that I'm working on. Currently, I'm working on a project. It's a quilt-along project called Ode to the National Parks. And that's kind of cool. And so I have a whole page set up for that. So if I click on that link, it will take you to the page where the Ode to the National Parks is. And this happens to be a quilt along that I'm doing with Pat Sloan, who is a quilter online. And it's kind of a mystery. You really don't know what the next block is going to be. But each week she goes and the first week she gave you the layout. And the next week she gave you the instructions to make block 1. And then there's block 2 and block 3 and block 4. And so on and so on, okay? And I decided to put all of these together on one page, and I dropped them into a table, which, has been very helpful. So we're up to week 7. We've got 2 more weeks to go, and then we got to put it all together, okay? All right, so that's kind of cool. I like having that link so that I know what I'm working on and, what I'm doing as things come along, okay? All right, and I have just a basic schedule down here of my appointments for that week, okay? Then I got into dailies, and, I like to use dailies when I'm busy. And this month, I decided to use a daily that is based on the Franklin Planner. More about this page in next week's videos. I'm going to show you guys how I set this up and why it's useful and why it's important and all that kind of stuff. But you can see that I come in here every night and I figure out what I need to do for the next day. I have a place to take notes on things that either I read or see or people that I talk to. And it's just been very helpful. So I have really enjoyed using this. I used to use a Franklin Planner back in the 80s and early 90s. And so it's kind of nice that it's coming back around and I'm just trying it again. But again, more about this page next week when I show you how to build it, okay? Today, I just want to show you, I'm flipping through. I started using it on the end of September, and then I started in October, and I thought, well, how is this going to work? I want to make sure that it's functional before I start adding cute things to it. So once I got it the way that I wanted it to work, I was able to go ahead then and start adding some of these cute stickers from DCP Digitals, okay? So I'm just going to quickly flip through these pages and let you see that you can add pictures. There's still room to do that. You can add quotes, all those kinds of things. You can add links, all the things that you standard can do in OneNote. Okay. All right. And then we get into week 2, and week 2, to be honest with you, is blank. And it's not blank because I didn't do anything, but it is because I was on my vacation at that point. So it says see Blue Ridge Planner trip. So when you get to the Blue Ridge Planner page, this is the trip that my husband and I took together. This was something that we had been planning for a while. And as you start to go through here, you can see all the different pages. All right, so this travel page has places for your hotel information, a place to journal, a place to keep track of memory pictures, the actual events that you did during the day, and a place for you to plan things that you might want to do while you were in that area. Okay, all in all, I think they worked out great. So back to October, week 2 and week 3, you can see are kind of empty because, again, we were on that trip. When I got back to week 4, again, I was playing catch up. So week 4 is just kind of blank as well because I was hitting the ground running and jumped right into my dailies. And so you'll see here that I have a lot more information on my dailies. And we'll just go through those quickly so you can see. I change my colors. I add notes from people that I've talked to. I add different events and things. And so it is really working out well. Okay. Then I get down here to week 5 and I am back to, listing the things that I need to get done, focusing on my projects and things, filling in any appointments that I have here, and big things that I want to get done. And then of course I have my dailies set up for this month, or excuse me, for this week. And here we are on the 29th, and I am currently getting ready to film this video. Okay. Then I have the last 2 days of the month in here with a little bit of information in just, my basic planning and walking and that kind of thing. And then space to add what I need to do. Okay. All right. October reflections. Now that it's the end of the month, this is always a fun page for me, and I love putting this one together. I have my basic reflection questions here. How am I feeling about this month? What do I need right now? And I just thought it was beautiful to put this picture in this table. What do I need right now? I need more of that tranquility of going along Skyline Drive and just seeing the beautiful things in nature and the peace and the calm and the quiet. It was really, really a nice trip. Okay. So I have all of my journaling questions that I'm able to respond to. And then I have a place here for journaling and memories. And I have so many photographs. I just put a few in here of the beautiful mountains and the beautiful foliage. Something new that we did was we got to help unload a wood fire kiln, which was really cool. I did this awesome hike to Abrams Falls, which for most people is probably a relatively moderate hike, but for somebody with back problems and asthma and visual problems, it was quite a challenge for me. And so I am very proud of myself for being able to do that. And, that just reminds me to tell you, don't compare yourself to other people. Be proud and be excited about the things that you can do, that you are learning, that you are capable of finishing or completing. And don't compare yourselves to others. Just do what you can do and be happy about it, okay? I saw lots of theater this month, so I put those pictures in there. I went to a beautiful dam and saw some more foliage and just the beauty of nature, the animals around me. Here's some cows from the farm. And my cat was so happy to see me when I got home. Okay. All right. So October memories. It was a fun page to do. And then down here, I just have some extra pages, a blank template if I need it for making other things. And then this is that Franklin Planner page that I started with. Again, I'll talk more about that next week. And then I have other daily templates down here in case I decide that I want to go back and use some of these other daily templates. And I also have other weekly templates down here that I've talked to you guys about before. Okay. So I just kind of have them all stored here in case I want to get to them. Okay? All right, well, there you have it, quick and easy. I have basic pages that I use every month, my inbox, my dashboard, my health and habits, my meal planner, my goals, my weeklies, and my dailies. That's it. That's what I do every month. Some months they look very different, but I just wanted to show you what's going on in October. All right. Well, if you have any questions about anything, you're free to leave a comment down below. If you have any suggestions for videos that you would like me to make, maybe a how-to process or day in the life, or I don't know, whatever you guys are curious about. If you have a question about OneNote, you could leave that for me down below, and I will try to respond to you as quickly as I can. Okay? All right. Well, thanks for sticking with me till the end. And if you did, please leave me a pumpkin emoji in the comments below so that I will know that you made it all the way to the end. Okay? All right. Thanks so much for watching today. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote. Happy fall, everybody. Until next time. Okay. Bye.